of the Shakey Super League. Quick set, I know you guys are all excited because today it's gonna be the much-awaited match of the Shakey Super League. But earlier we had 2 games and now we still have 2 games underway. We're in the USD Golden Tigresses won against the Sebastian Lady Sags in 3 straight sets, and at the same time the Perpetual Help Lady Atlas also won against 3 straight sets against the University of the East. With the opening day of the Shakey Super League underway, we take a look back at some of the best plays from the four matches that opened the tournament. Featuring Chini Tagaod of FEU, Perpetual Help Shiloh Mipon, and UST's Aya Lauria. Let's watch this.
For that serve, makulangan, back set, punta kay Cepada.
Yes.
Ay, that's out.
Pag mga ganyan na medyo dikit na yung points or humahabol kayo, alam mo dapat kung sino talaga yung go-to person mo. And kita naman natin simula kanina, si Cepada talaga ang ganda ng pinapakita.
Oh, ito mo, set. Tayag. Back and forth we go. Shy, off speed. Kat Molina this time.
Oh, it goes out!
Off the block.
Yeah!
And it's set point now for Santera.
Carvalho this time again to Gula. One hand save by Tubo second time around. Pero sa pangatlong beses, hindi na niya nakuha that time. You know, she can read the attacks, lalo na naging nasa gitna. Pero that actually will not work every time. Parating isang kamay na.
Charge in this set.
Barbie Hamini just went in as part of the set. She was silent, but Tagaod still making a noise.
I love the energy that the FEU girls are showing. This is really them actually, this character that they have. This is why they're such a good of a team.
That's correct. Leading by 3 ang UST dito, Romero. That was a tough set for lalong isip. Carvalho to Laure. Check ball. UST now on match point.
You know what's so crazy, Sheila, is that Aya Laure hasn't been playing the whole...
Ayun na nga guys, it's really so nice to see that collegiate volleyball is finally back in the Philippines. At syempre, pinakitaan naman talaga tayo agad ng mga players ng quality plays kung saan ang bawat block, bawat set, bawat spike, at bawat receive ay sobrang exciting. Kaya naman, we also want to hear your thoughts, guys. You can catch the Shakey Super League games live on Plus Network social media pages, Facebook at My Plus Network, and Plus Network 2020 on YouTube. At the same time, you guys can watch the games on the Shakey Super League social media pages at Shakey Super League on Facebook and TikTok, and on the Shakey's Philippines Facebook page. For those who want to watch the games on TV, next day broadcast of the game will also air on IBC on Free TV and Solar Sports on cable. At syempre, speaking of super fans, if you guys want to be featured on Quickset and be identified as the Shakey super fan of your favorite school or player, all you have to do is follow these steps. First is make a short video explaining why you are the super fan of this team or player, and post it on Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram. And don't forget to tag Plus Network social media accounts at My Plus Network on Facebook, My Plus Network TikTok, and Instagram. At magbabalik nga ang Shakey Super League. And it's another volleyball weekend. You've seen 4 teams battle it out here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. This is the 2022 Shakey Super League Collegiate Preseason Tournament. And for our third game, it's going to be the Ateneo Blue Eagles going up against Arellano Lady Chiefs. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sheila Salaysay, covering this game for you, together with Richie Cordero. And of course, completing our panel is Mikey Abuag, manning the sidelines. Hi, Richie, and welcome to today's game.
Thank you. I'm actually so excited for today's game. And hello to all of our viewers as well. We have 2 crowd favorites today from both the UAAP and the NCAA. So they're both looking for redemption from their past season. So
that's correct, yes. And that is, of course, our story of tonight is the road to the redemption, as you've mentioned. Now let's talk about the Shakey's pre-huddle of the game and looking at the team standings. Of course, early on we've witnessed, of course, in Pool A, Perpetual winning against University of the East in 3 sets. In Pool B, it's UST going up against San Sebastian College. Recoletos, also the Tigresses winning that match. And of course, for today, for Pool D, you have FEU as well, CSJL De La Salle, and the College of St. Benil. For today, we will have Pool C. That's where Ateneo de Manila, of course, and Arellano will be competing for today's third game. Now let's talk about our first team. This is the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Of course, in this matchup, you know, we know that Ateneo finished fourth in the eliminations. If they had a few players of their team before, you have Bea De Leon, Maddie Madayag, Dina Wong, and Kat De Leon, Kat Tolentino. But how about for this season and for this game? What do you think of their lineup?
well, I feel like this season we have the veterans Vanessa Gandler and Faith Nesperos, and our new libero who has who's embracing her role, as she said a while ago when I talked to her. She's embracing her role to be the libero of this season for Ateneo, filling in the shoes of Dani Ravenna.
Well, there are still a lot of girls that we are looking forward to in seeing for today's game. On the other side of the court this time, it's the Arellano Lady Chiefs. Of course, this team finished second in the elimination round. They defeated JRU, but unfortunately lost to the Blazers in the finals. They're on their way on their fourth peat, but unfortunately it didn't end on their side. But for this coming season, they have a few names on their roster.
Yes, exactly. And you know what I think we should look at is the coach, because the coach always encourages their players to fight with their heart, to always follow his direct instructions, and to always mentally prepare themselves.
Yes, that's correct. And we're talking about their previous performances. As you can see, Arellano University, of course, they finished second place. You know, they're all actually almost on a four-peat. I've mentioned this one earlier. But as their head coach, of course, is already made a name in the history of volleyball, and definitely Coach Javier will have their strategies, of course, on getting another win. On the other hand, for Ateneo, they, of course, this team not only has a line of really attractive and interesting players, but then still for the upcoming rookies, they will look into their ATES. Diba, dito sa laro na to, you have Faith Nesperos and Vanny Gandler, of course, AC Minor as well, na alam nating malaki ang magiging contribution nila sa larong ito.
Yes, I'm sure, especially because Faith Nesperos' little sister is actually playing with us today. She's having her debut game and we're expecting a lot from her.
Kung mga meron palang kapatid na volleyball player, de syempre, aasahan natin na isa din tong very athletic katulad ng kapatid niya.
Yes.
And you can see the line of coaches, syempre, for Ateneo, kilalang kilala natin to si Coach O, di ba?
my.
May mga ano pa yan, highlights din. Hindi lang yung players niya, siya din ang merong highlights pag dating sa social media. And on the side of ARELLANO, si Coach Obet Javier has been one big, excellent coach sa championship nitong ating team previously. Okay, we'll start with the games. Now, let me turn you over to our venue announcer.
This is the Shakey Super League Preseason Championship 2022. Rizal Memorial Coliseum, make some noise for your participants in match number 11. First off, please welcome the ARELLANO University Lady Chiefs. Led by their team captain number 13, Trina Abay. And their first libero, number 5, Cherry May Cuenca. Make way for their teammates, number 1, Casey Adante. Number 2, Mia Dino. Number 4, Janice Maundag. Number 6, Marian Padillon. Number 7, Laika Todlasan. Number 8, Alona Kagikla. Number 9, Nicole Sasuman. Number 10, Donna Parelajes. Number 11, Jody Patindaan. Number 14, Pau de Guzman. Number 17, Lorraine Pecaña. Number 24, Herem Ceballos. And the second libero, number 8, Alona Kagikla. And please welcome their opponents, the Ateneo de Manila University Blue Eagles. Led by their team captain, number 17, Faith Nisperos. And their first libero, number 19, Roma May Doromal. Make way for their teammates, number 1, Jenna Hora. Number 5, Vanessa Gidler. Number 6, Makana Kowalski. Number 8, Ivana Sulitz. Number 9, Taki Fujimoto. Number 11, Giselle Junashima. Number 12, Joanne Neritz. Number 14, AC Minor. Number 15, Pia Ildefonso. Number 16, Leanne de Guzman. Number 24, Isa Nisperos. And their second libero, number 7, Kiara Cruz. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the officials for match number 11. First referee, Erwin Cordero, national referee. Second referee, Jasper Jimenez, national referee. And first off, before we begin, we'd like to call on the players, the coaches, and team officials of ARELLANO University Lady Chiefs to proceed at the court for their team photo opportunity.
And yes, you know, we are here live at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. Very historic nga itong venue natin, as you know, we've seen a lot of championships for the past few years, pre-pandemic pa lang, right? So we would like to invite everyone to come and watch the games live. Okay siya sana social media, via internet, but syempre mas exciting pag nakikita mo firsthand, di ba?
Yes, iba din talaga pag meron kang crowd na nagsusuporta sa'yo. Nakikita mo talaga yung school spirit. At saka iba din pag family members mo yung nag-cheer para sa'yo, parang mas nagaganahan ka talaga maglaro. And especially if you're part of an audience such as big schools such as ATENEO and DLSU, you're really gonna feel the energy inside the court.
Absolutely. Kaya, alam mo, ang tagal din nating na-miss yung manood ng games live sa lahat ng klase ng sports. And this is a really good opportunity, especially for volleyball fans, to watch the very first, all UAAP and NCAA collegiate teams nandito sa Shakey's. Kaya, it's every weekend, it's going to be a treat for everyone to see these games. And kanina, nakita natin, nagkaroon agad ng patikim again on our second day at UST 3 sets, right, winning on our first game. And of course, a second game naman, we've had Perpetual going up against UE, another 3-setter. But this time, a former champion we have in ARELLANO, and of course, one formidable team as well for ATENEO. How do you think will this game be, Richie?
Well, I feel like, as we said before, both teams are coming for redemption. The ARELLANO Lady Chiefs coming from a 3-peat championship, and the ATENEO Lady Eagles also coming from a championship, and they both lost in their respective leagues. I feel like this is the season and this is the league where they can really show what they got.
Matagal-tagal din ang hinintay nitong dalawang team para makatungtong ulit sa volleyball court, and very excited to get that first win. Now, again, let's listen to our venue announcer for the first 6 of each team.
Outside hitter number 5, Benny Gidler. Setter number 9, Taki Fujimoto. Middle blocker number 12, Joanne Meritz. Another middle blocker number 14, AC Minor. Opposite hitter number 16, Leanne de Guzman. Outside hitter, their team captain number 17, Fitness Paros. And the starting libero number 19, Roma May Doromal. Coaching the Blue Eagles is Oliver Almadro. It is now time to meet the starters for the ARELLANO University Lady Chiefs. Outside hitter number 2, Mia Dino. Another outside hitter number 6, Memeng Padillon. Opposite hitter number 9, Nicole Sasuman. Center number 10, Donna Paralejas. Middle blocker number 11, Dodi Padindaan. Another middle blocker number 17, Areng Pecanya. And the starting libero number 5, Sherry May Cuenca. Coaching the Lady Chiefs is Obet Javier.
And first set is underway. You saw new names on the side of the Adams side, ATENEO rather. You have Ora Gantler, of course, Fujimoto, their libero, Narit, Minor, Nisperos, and Doromal. Yan ang bubuo sa anim. Itong girls ni Coach O on the side of another Coach O, but this time it's Javier. We have Dino, Padillon, Sasuman, Paralejas, Batindaan, Pecanya, and Cuenca. And these are the faces, of course, of the ARELLANO Lady Chiefs. And the set is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. Dapat meron na kayong hawak na pizza while you guys are going to watch this game. First ball, ganda ng kuha, setting this one up. with a cross-court attack. The first blood drawn by the ARELLANO Lady Chiefs.
Alam mo, ganun lang talaga kadali. Pag compose na talaga yung play mo, isang madaling receive, isang madaling set, and isang palo, okay na yun.
Di ba pag normally pag first ball, first time mo ulit na makalaro after a long time, jitters ka pa? Diba? Pero dito, kita mo agad, umpisa pa lang, composed, focused itong ating girls in blue and girls in white. But that will too wide for Narit.
Yes, a little past the outside line.
Yes, yes. Back-to-back points here for the Lady Chiefs. This is Paralejas. Good first ball. From the back, Nisperos with a drop. And yes, she got that point.
Yes, there we go. Faith Nisperos again. A very good spiker, variety of attacks. And you can see that even if the set was a bit off, like she was able to adjust and get the drop ball.
Yes, kaya naman alam na panood ko na rin si Faith high school pa lang, and I've seen how mature she has become, and that Gantler getting the first ace for Ateneo. Again, this is Vanessa Gandler, also becoming one of the key pointers for Ateneo. And this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Free ball, miscommunication in that last sequence.
Pero sayang din yung na-receive kasi naputo niya si Nisperos.
Ang sarap sa pakiramdam gano'n, receive ka ng isang malakas na palo.
Tama.
What position did you play before, Richie?
I actually played setter for the DLSU Ladies Spikers.
Hindi mo ba nami-miss?
Ay, maiyak-iyak na.
Well, we will be seeing their first game as Narit gets a point from that block.
That was beautiful. Her timing was perfect.
Ganda rin ang timing dito ni Narit, and this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
Yes, and kita mo talaga na sobrang taas ng reach niya. So, mas madali talaga i-block pa ganon.
Well, tall and tall na nga siya, taas pa ng reach. So, good timing. That's perfect for a blocker. Block right there, but the ball was saved by Ateneo. Another good one. Free ball ang ibibigay dito for ARELLANO. Patong. De Guzman to Nisperos. Good rally by both teams. Gandor with a good dig. And a drop again this time by Narit.
Grabe, nakikita mo yung aggressiveness nila. Sa first rallies pa lang natin to sa match na to, and you see how much they want to score the point.
That's correct. Wala talagang bumabagsak na bola, no? Ang ganda, ang haba, basa nila bawat bola. Free ball, pinaghahandaan. But we'll see, it's already 5-2. Ateneo on top. Defended at the net again. This time, that was too wide. Yes, that is from ARELLANO.
Yes, medyo dikit na nga yung set kaya hindi na nagawa ng paraan.
Still Vanessa Gandler serving for Ateneo. Kanina pa siya nandyan. Kaya parang hindi napapagod to si Vanessa. But that's a good first ball. Drop. Nakita yan ni Ateneo. And that was a check. And that time, Vanny Gandler hitting from the back.
Exactly. You see her leap, you see her perseverance to really hit that ball. She has the eagerness to do that.
That's right. Lumalaki na dito ang lamang ng Ateneo as Gandler still serving the ball. Get good first ball. Saved by the libero, and yes! Ooh. That was a good hit by Nicole Sasuman from the opposite. Sabi niya kanina pa pumupuntos itong Ateneo, it's our turn
Yes.
to get more points.
Yes, and actually, even in the NCAA, she was already building a name for herself.
Well, that's a point wasted by Arellano. And that will lead us to our first technical timeout. It's Ateneo leading 8-3. And yes, kailangan yan itong Arellano ng timeout because they are down here by 5 points. And yes, sabi nga nila, itong Pool C where Ateneo and Arellano is under, it's called Group of Death. Dahil, these, the schools that are under this pool is a UAA champions, of course, an NCAA finalist and champion as well. And the Nature Spring is the official bottled water provider of the Shakey Super League. Thank you for that. As we are seeing a new girl on the floor. This is AC Minor already in front. Good first ball. Back quick. Nakuha yan ni Fujimoto. De Guzman from the opposite. That is a good down the line hit. That's a Mina Dino.
Yes, and even if her spike wasn't as strong, her direction was on point.
That's correct. Yun yung mahirap abangan. Hindi mo alam kung saan niya papadalin di papaluin yung bola if it's cross court or down the line, but another service error committed here on the side of the Lady Chiefs. Ang ganda ng umpisa nito ng Arellano, but when Ateneo got their groove, parang naging unstoppable sila dito, but we'll see, still too early for the set. Gandler with a good dig. Nisperos denied at the net, but that was out. Another point for Coach O's girls.
It's really her power.
Yes, totoo naman itong atake ni Faith Nisperos. Akala mo, pag-approach pa lang niya, very explosive. Kaya naman that her power comes from the approach muna, diba?
Yes.
Dino cross court, but was dug. Nisperos again, defended at the net. Gandler with a free ball. Dino this time, but she was the dug. Libero was able to put that ball up. And the drop, that worked for Faith Nisperos. Not already twice she hit that ball hard, pero parehong nakita yan ng defenders ng Arellano.
Yes, but also we have to give credit to Arellano for blocking 2 of her spikes consecutively.
That's
given that they are much rather smaller team.
Yes, correct. So the school play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. 11 serving 4. Cuenca was able to put that ball up. And a slide from AC Minor. That's the first point from this middle hitter.
Yes, and that's really her sweet spot.
ganda ng timing niya. The blockers of Arellano were late, so may
Yes.
opportunity for her. Almost an ace. Hit from the back, yes. And again, that's Faith Nisperos doing wonders for Ateneo.
She's really adding up to her numbers for this game.
That coach Obed Javier calling from a timeout. Let's listen in.
Dapat iniiwas natin ito sa tao na to kasi pag ito nakakuha, sigurado nakaharap na doon sa setter yan eh. Hanggat maaari sana, hindi dapat ito tumatanggap ng bola. Ang ginagawa natin, kahit sa service, kahit sa palo, ito pinatatanggap natin. Mali, tinutulungan natin sila makapasa eh. Yung set naman, pakiayos naman, ang gulo-gulo ng set mo. Huwag kang magmadali, natataranta ka na naman. Relax mo lang yung sarili mo. Ang bola, puro ka pa sa bola mo rito. Pangalawa, andito yung setter, ito yung maliit. Bakit pa kailangan bumato ka ng 4? Di gamitin mo na itong setter. Atakin na dito sa down the line.
What do you think Coach Obet was talking about during that huddle?
Alam mo, feeling ko nagbigay talaga siya ng emphasis sa setters. As in, kanina nakikita natin na medyo dikit or medyo maluwag yung set niya. So, kailangan hindi siya natataranta. It's so important for a setter to have complete composure inside the court because you're the playmaker. You're the one who gives directions inside the court.
That's correct. And of course, kapag may magandang receive, that will also help, di ba, for the setter para makagawa ng magandang play.
Yes.
Good reception. That was blocked by Minor. This time, and that went out, according to our linesman. Pero there was a check. According to our official, point will go to Arellano Lady Chiefs. Nicole Sasuman this time, 5 serving 13. Dromal to Nisperos. Cross court, yes. That's a free ball for Ateneo. Gandler from the back. And that's the second time around from Vanny Gandler.
You see her leap, like her hang time and her power. You really see the perseverance she has to kill the ball.
That's correct. And this spike off the set is brought to you by Potato Corner. World's best flavored fries. Order now. Nisperos with a serve. Ang bigat ng bola niya, but that was a good reception. Dromal to Fujimoto. Another drop. This time nakuha yon ng Arellano. Dino. Bantay na bantay ni Nisperos. Minor again, but was dug. Dromal. Basa yon ng blockers ng Arellano. That's Vanny Gandler. Dino, this time scoring for Arellano.
And just as easy as that, even drop balls can be points.
Yes. You know, it's not about power, sabi nga nila. For the longest time, we've been hearing coaches na volleyball it's not play of strengths, of course, but you have to be smart as well when you are in the court. At kaya naman yun ang nakikita natin dito sa ating mga players. Vanny Gandler again down the line. Free ball binigay ng ating libero sa Kagikla. Fujimoto this time. Ute Guzman.
Medyo bumitin lang.
Yes, that went straight to the net. And that's another point for Arellano. Nung Kagikla in high school, open spiker to. So I was able to watch to cover her games nung high school pa siya. But now she was converted to a libero. She might be small pero ang ganda ng service ace that time of Dino. Mina Dino making the works, providing the points for Arellano.
very helpful if you get service aces as well because it's the easiest point and you're the only one serving or holding the ball, so it's so easy to get the point if you get the service ace.
That's correct. Bumabawi lang dito si Dino because of the 2 service errors they've committed earlier. But it's 8 serving 14 for Arellano. Doromal getting the first ball. Gandler was denied at the net. Going to Gandler again with a drop. And the second time is a charm for Vanny Gandler.
Smart for Vanny Gandler to change her strategy inside the court knowing that she just got blocked.
That's correct. And a variety of kinds of hits for Gandler and Esperos. Nakikita mo how mature already, diba? Ito nga dalawang girls ni Coach O.
I mean, sila din kasi yung inaasahan sa court.
Down the line attack. That is Padillon this time. Notice the days mas parang nagagamay na din ng mga players yung palo na down the line. Before, it used to be just, hit the ball cross court because that's your strongest point, di ba?
Hit the ball as hard as you can. But now players are actually being so smart. They vary their attacks.
That's right, but that is an error. Out was called by our officials. And papunta pa tayo sa ating second technical timeout. Magbabalik po kami.
Second technical timeout.
The Arellano Lady Chiefs and the Ateneo Lady Eagles, who have built a dynasty of their own in their respective collegiate leagues, are facing off each other today. With that, I ask both teams what has to be done to continue such amazing performance. And according to Coach Obet of Arellano, it takes a positive mindset and the right practice to do so. Meanwhile, for the Ateneo Blue Eagles, Coach O mentioned is that they have always reiterated the Ateneo way, which is consistently aiming for excellence no matter what. Now, Sheila and Richie, whose winning tradition do you think will prevail for today? Will it be the Blue Eagles or the Lady Chiefs?
Ang hirap ng tanong mo naman, Mikey. Thank you for that report. That's Mikey Abueg, and sabi nga niya, for Coach Obet Javier, it's mindset. For Coach O, Oliver of Ateneo, it's all about consistently becoming excellence. And the spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Miscommunication on the play. That's between Narit and Fujimoto. But what do you think of consistent and mindset? Yan ang sabi ng ating coaches.
Consistency and mindset. Of course, consistency builds momentum. And momentum is what we look for, what the coaches look for to be able to win a game.
That's correct. That's another service error for Arellano. And this time, mindset daw para din kay Coach Obet. When you say mindset, what do you think he means by that?
Mindset, siguro kailangan focus ka and you have to go for a goal.
That's correct. Lalo na if you are under Pool C na ang lalakas na makakalaban mo. So every win, every game is a must win as Ateneo gets another point from that last sequence.
Yes, and sa lakas ng mga team natin sa Pool C, we all know that after the crossover quarterfinals, it will all be knockout games.
Yes. It's going to be as important as Vanny Gandler commits a service error.
Medyo dumadami yung mga service error
Correct,
natin.
but that's the first for Ateneo. Padillon this time. Misreception. At nagawa na paraan ni De Guzman. She was the right part of that court sa Suman able to put that up. Pero lumipad yung bola pag na-receive niya eh. Another girl for Coach O this time. Narit is being replaced by Hora. Good serve. Dino. Parang miss-hit niya yung bola that time pero pumasok, but that was a good dig by Cuenca. Dino this time, no blockers, but was dug. Drop. From the opposite. Gandler again, and another drop. Vanny Gandler seeing that hole sa court ng Arellano.
And ang ganda talaga ng ng Ateneo kasi even from the backline, they attack. They're able to gain points from the backline.
That's correct. Well, that's an advantage for Ateneos. They have a hitter in the front and at the back. That will be the second service error of Ateneo for the first set. Well, they are still down by 7 here. AC Minor.
Yes, you see the connection of the setter and minor. It's so easy for them to set up a play if there's receive.
That's correct. And from a good first ball, Fujimoto, seeing that opportunity to set that back quick to AC Minor. At kanina pa nila nakita itong butas sa depensa ng Arellano. De Guzman this time serving for Ateneo. Dino is the block. Gandler
Beautiful
from the
set.
back and
Beautiful
puntos.
set.
Yep. Ganda ng set, ganda ng receive, puntos pa yon para sa Arellano. There was no one at the backcourt on the side of Coach O's girls, but look at how Vanny Gandler hit that ball. And the school play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. No, we can commend that hit, pero we can commend that point from a receive. And Nature Spring is the official bottled water provider of the Shakey Super League. Dino again down the line. De Guzman was there. Another hit. Kagikla able to put that up. Off speed. Pero nakuha yun ni Nisperos. Free ball for Arellano. Quick attack. Blocked by Minor. Again. Si Minor ang nandun sa gitna. De Guzman. Arellano is able to put that up. But an error by Padillon ending that rally. And that was in favor of Ateneo.
Pero sayang yan kasi ang dami ng saves ng Arellano that rally.
Yes. No, they are getting a point and then an error. So I think that is Coach Obet, wants his girls to have that mindset, of course, of, knowing their role in the court. Free ball for Ateneo. Another running. Nandun si Padillon, but that was too strong.
Beautiful spike from
Yes.
Minor. And you see, kahit medyo buka na yung set sa kanya ni, nagawa niya pa rin ng paraan.
That's correct. Coach Albert Javier calling another timeout. 23-14 is our score.
Tayo sa kung saan. Iangat nyo pa. Malayo pa yan eh. Iangat nyo pa. Kalaban na naman natin. Sarili na naman natin yung kalaban natin. Grabe naman yan. Okay.
Kaya mo yan.
say, malakas yung kalaban pero mas malakas kung kakalabanin mo yung sarili mo.
Totoo yan. Kasi feeling ko, yung timeout na yun, it's for the coach to really give confidence to the players. And the confidence comes from within, not from anyone else. It comes from within. It starts with you.
That's correct. Ayan, and then we can obviously see how Coach Obet trusts his girls, that they can perform going up against the girls of Coach Oliver.
Yeah.
But Ateneo only needs 2 points to close out this set. Let's see this time. Good first ball. Rather, that's a misreception. And service ace from another Nisperos.
You know what's good about the Shakey Super League is we have the all-to-play rule, which means all of the players will be given the opportunity to show what they got. Like, they've been training for this every single day, so it's just fair that everyone gets the chance to play.
That's right. Ikaw ba naman, di ba? I mean, you get to have quality time on the floor na sa ibang, where we previously played, hindi ganon ang naging rule. So this rule actually makes it more interesting, not only for the players but also for the fans of these teams. And definitely we'll see, new stars as another drop. Worked for De Guzman. And that ends our first set. It's Ateneo, getting the lead right here, ending that with a drop. And that has been the story of Ateneo from most of their points galing yan sa hulog. Now, we will be right back for the second set. De Manila University and Arellano Lady Chiefs. Ateneo taking the first 25-14. Sino ba yung gumawa dito on the side of Ateneo?
For Ateneo, it was a team effort because Vanny Gandler and Faith Nesperos both showed their variety of attacks. So
That's correct. Kaya naman enjoy yan ng ating fun family pizza of the game. And of course, this is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. And nasabi mo nga, it's Gandler and Nesperos, pero dagdagan pa natin ang narin pagdating sa depensa.
And Minor.
Yes, and Minor as well on the side of Ateneo. Nauna dito ang Arellano, diba? They got their first 2 points, but when it was Vanny Gandler's chance at the service area, tuloy-tuloy na yon for Ateneo.
Totoo yan. And you know what? I'm gonna give credit to Fujimoto because as a new setter, when Jaja Marigonot departed from the Lady Eagles, she filled in the shoes pretty well.
Naku, napakabigat nga at napakalaking responsibilidad yan for Fujimoto. But so far, this girl is doing excellent when it comes to, distributing the balls at the same time, creating the plays for Ateneo.
Yes, and you can see that she can really see her spikers.
That's right. And yun din naman ang inaasahan dito ni Coach Obet Javier from his girls that their setter will be able to put up, a good plays. And of course, kailangan din nila ditong dumepensa. As you can see our numbers right here. Right? So, ang mga numero at ang mga players na dapat nating abangan dito sa ating teams. For the second set, it's another batch of girls for Coach Obet and Coach Oliver. Diba, that's why we have the all-to-play rule dito sa ating liga.
Yes, and I think for the second set, Arellano has to really compose their floor defense.
Correct. Floor defense nga ang magiging susi nila dito dahil ang laki ng nagawang puntos from the offense ng Ateneo. And a champion team like Arellano, syempre gusto nilang makabawi from their errors previously. But we will find out how this new girls, new six, will be able to defend, or or rather makabawi from their loss in the previous set. Adante this time, and this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now. Good receive. And another one from the back, that's Nisperos. Ildefonso with a net violation. The first point goes to the Lady Chiefs. For Ateneo, of course, you have Ildefonso, you have the other Nisperos. And this time, a lefty. That is Tsunashima. Check ball. Let's try it again. And she did get that point from an off-speed attack.
Yes, and you should see the advantage of being a left-handed player, a left-handed spiker in the open side. Because mahirap talaga basahin yan.
Yes. You know, the last game I covered between Adamson and UST was
Battle of the Lefties.
Yes, has the most number, I think, of lefties. And I'm a lefty, so ang sarap ng panoorin ng mga ganon. But that, from the back attack, another error on the side of Ateneo. That's the little Nisperos, I believe. Isabel. Faith and Isabel. This is Tudlasan serving for Arellano. Good ball. Cross court. Oh, that was a strong hit. That's Janice Manuntag.
And you can see that even if she's not as tall of a player, her power was there.
That's correct. And she penetrated through the blockers. Talagang iniwasan niya. Etong defenders ng Ateneo. Arellano lamang dito at the start of our second set. And another service ace. This time,
Beautiful serve.
Tudlasan again, getting a point from the service area.
Alam mo yun yung mga service na kinakatakutan ko dati, yung mga jump serve.
So sino nga player before ang iniiwasan mo maka-receive ka na nagja-jump serve?
Hindi na ako nag-receive eh. Setter na ako eh.
Okay.
Pero feeling ko si Faith.
Yeah, yes, but the second service was an error from Tudlasan. And that just gave a point for Ateneo this time.
Serving for the first time in this match, Pia Ildefonso.
Pia Ildefonso, one of the key players, of course, of Coach O as well. No blockers on the side of Ateneo, but that was dug. From the opposite, this time it's Harem Ceballos getting another point for Arellano.
You know, I saw her confidence in that spike.
Knowing this is their opportunity really to get those points, as this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Cross-court attack from the opposite, and that time, that is Giselle Tsunashima
building a name for herself.
Yes, not only hitting from the open, also from the opposite. And both had good results for Ateneo. 3 serving 5. Good first ball. Nandun si Doromal for that attack. Miscommunication on that last play. That is Kowalski that time. And Ivana sulit.
I think Arellano's finally getting the groove of the play.
But let's hear more. This time from our courtside, Mikey Abuay.
Babawi tayo. The Lady Chiefs, who are seemingly rattled in the first set, talked about specific points they have to work on in order to win a set against the Blue Eagles. During the huddle, Coach Obet mentioned on how hindi kailangan magmadali ng setter, and team captain Trina Abay even shared with them instructions as well. Now, do you think the Lady Chiefs can go back into this game, Sheila and Richie?
Well, so far, the Lady Chiefs are up right here. And from that last sequence, Isabel Nisperos getting a point from for Ateneo.
Yes, that's true. And I think Coach Obet really emphasized on composure and wag ka magmamadali. Kasi each point counts, so you have to take care of it. From receive to the set, kailangan sobrang focus mo para perfect yung execution.
That's
ng plays
correct.
mo.
And that's why it's a team effort that every point. Kaya, but he reiterated that each play is syempre accountable dito ang setter, but that last attack is another error for Arellano. That's a point gain for the Ateneo. This lefty sharp serve right there from the opposite, but was dug from the back this time, and that hit the line. Jenna Hora. Pero binibitbit ang team niya dito for the second set.
She has been contributing her points.
That's correct. Ganda ng timing from the back, and this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Another sharp serve. Drop. Kita ni Doromal yun. Good save. Chance ball for the Lady Chiefs. Good opportunity for the Lady Chiefs, but it was the Lady Eagles getting that point. But we will actually go to our first technical timeout. This is Ateneo still leading 8-6, but look at this last play. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. And you are still watching the 2022 Shakey Super League Collegiate Preseason Tournament. This is our third game for the day. Ateneo Blue Eagles going up against Arellano Lady Chiefs. Nood na kayo dito sa Rizal Memorial Coliseum. And you can also like the pages of Shakey's, of course, and Plus Sports if you want to see the matches. As another point is gained by Arellano from that last sequence. Ang laki ng nilamang kanina ng Ateneo from the Lady Chiefs. So these girls of Coach Oliver definitely, wants to be able to get the second set. Quick attack right there, and a good setup. This time to De Guzman.
Yes.
And
Ngayon, inaalagaan na talaga ng Arellano yung lamang nila. Kasi kailangan nila yun eh. Kailangan nila pababain yung momentum ng ATENEO para mas makalamang sila.
That's correct. And that ties our game. 8 apiece. Isabel Esperos, cross-court attack. Another opportunity for Ateneo. Fearless from that last setup. Rejected at the net. Good defense right there from Ateneo.
That was a solid block. Masyado nang nakatapat. There was no way a spike would go through a block like that.
Yes, and definitely that is a monster block from this girls of Coach Oliver. Long ball. Drop. From the back. And yes, the Lady Chiefs getting a point from that hit.
Ginagawa na rin nila yung backline attack.
And this time you can see that even the attackers from the back row is utilized by the center. That's Christine Claire Adante. Kowalski from this time it's Ildefonso responding from that last hit.
That was an easy play by Ateneo.
That's right. And it all started from a good first ball. Ganon din naman ang nangyayari dito sa side ng Arellano. Pag maganda yung kanilang unang receive or reception, ang ganda din ng setup ng ni Adante. Adante. From the back. Yes. Well, good attempt right there from Doromal.
Ang ganda ng approach ng ating spiker. Parang gigil na gigil siya to get that point.
That's correct. This time, gusto nila talagang makabawi. And again, we are tied at 10. The second set is a lot slower compared to the first one.
That's true.
Ildefonso again at the net. And yes, that's a point. Courtesy of Ildefonso.
Yes. That was good. That was a good try though from the Arellano Lady Chiefs.
That's correct. This is the second setter. Kowalski. Denied. From the opposite, off speed, medyo napataas. Strong hit from the opposite. And again, that's the lefty, Jenna Hora.
Nakakapabilib talaga if makikita ka ng lefty tapos not that tall also and you see her soaring high like that.
That's correct.
So many players making their names today.
Well, this is their first game for from their pool. Kaya naman ngayon natin sila nakikita. But that last one, that's like a tunasan. Nagpapakilala rin siya for this game. Good effort, a better effort actually we're seeing from these two teams.
Especially the Arellano Lady Chiefs.
That's correct. Ildefonso getting that ball. Hora. Attack error this time. No, minsan sa sobrang gigil mo, alam mo yung nauuna yung isip mo doon sa action mo. And that last time, I believe also one of the things was kinulang sa approach itong si Hora.
Beautiful serve.
Yes. Babawi ho. Checked. Adante. Kowalski seeing that drop. Nisperos. And that was a good read that time from Arellano.
Medyo nakakalamang nga yung Arellano sa mga errors ng Ateneo.
That's correct. As you can see from this last sequence, nabasa yun. This time ni Janice Manuntag. You can see that this girls on the side of Arellano is more aggressive. That's right. But too aggressiveness, I'm sorry for that, caused a service error for the Lady Chiefs. You heard that right. This is also one of the girls that a lot of volleyball fans are looking forward to seeing. But that will not add a point to their team. Services, how important are services?
Well, you can't start a game without a service. So, every coach I've had, sinasabi, dyan nagsisimula lahat. Kailangan service pa lang malakas na. Especially Coach Ramil actually. Like, the amount of effort, the amount of training you put in services, that's the priority.
Yes, that's correct. But sulit getting an error from that last hit. Some coaches even allot hours, di ba? May talagang isang practice, puro services lang yan to become consistent.
That's true. Hanggat mangalay na.
Yes. And this time, Tsunashima was a bit silent earlier, pero narinig natin ulit siya getting that point from the opposite. Sharp serve. Adante. That ball went straight to the antenna. Of course, that's a violation. And another point gained by the Lady Eagles. And I think this is the third time or fourth that these two teams are on deadlock. And another sharp serve. And bumawi that time si Manontag from the middle. And that will take us to our second technical timeout. You can see Adante hitting from the back. Ang haba ng kuha niya doon.
Totoo. And I have to give it to the Arellano Lady Chiefs. They're so strong. And they really have to give their full power,
Yes.
their full...
Yes, and we are back here in Rizal Memorial Coliseum for the Shakey Super League. Sheila Salaysay bringing you this game together with Richie Cordero and Mikey Abueg, our courtside. Ito po ang ating third game for our second day of this tournament. And it's Ateneo going up against the Lady Chiefs. Arellano, and our rule, when it reaches the 16th point, the coaches can do substitutions, right? That's why you see Gandler Minor already on the floor for Ateneo. Pero that won't help kahit na ando na nga attackers ni Coach O. A point this time by De Guzman. Hinulog lang niya, triple block.
Yes, but props to Roma Doramal for saving 2 consecutive balls, and she was all over the court as well.
That's correct. Pakinggan muna natin ang timeout ni Coach Oliver.
Yourself in your proper position. Yeah, you're always in the middle eh. We're confused where you will go eh. So Bunny's here, oh. Okay, Bunny's here. So you stay here, no problem. Okay, Faith, palit naman si Giselle, it's just a top spin. Yeah, Faith receive tayo dito. Now guys, I want aggressiveness. You have to call. Jenna, nandito yung tao, oh. Walang gagawin. Nagbablock and then you're looking. Not all the time you have to reach high. Do you understand? Come on, let's go spikers.
A few points raised by Coach Oliver. One is the setter. What was his instruction to the setter?
Number 17, team captain.
Well, the position he mentioned, Kowalski na dapat nasa tama siyang posisyon to get yung depensa kasi nila, di ba, naiiba kapag wala siya sa posisyon.
Yes, that's true. And I think Coach O also mentioned the aggressiveness inside the court. And medyo nawala yun this second set from the Ateneo ladies.
That's correct. A service ace from Arellano this time. And they have been leading 3 points. 18 serving 15. Pero service error was committed.
Medyo dumadama na rin yung service
Right.
error natin. And if ganito kadikit yung score natin, kailangan talaga maging sure tayo.
Absolutely. Jenna Hora serving for Ateneo. Adante. Long ball, Doromal was there. Nesperos. Violation. Double
I think that was a
contact.
double from the setter. Setter's worst nightmare.
You know, they rarely commit that, pero yung rarely, yung frequency na yun, parang ang dami kahit isang beses pa lang. Back-to-back service errors committed by Arellano. Very silent AC Minor, but she's also contributing points from the middle. Dante with a drop, and yes,
Ayun na nga yung sinasabi ni Coach O na butas ang gitna ng Ateneo for the second set.
that's correct. Well, kanina, nandito sa left side natin yung Ateneo, they've been doing the same kind of attacks, di ba? This time, it's Arellano taking their turn. Same spot on the floor sa gitna. Ano bang meron dito sa court na to? We'll see. Diba ba, as Gandler, another drop. Pero nakita yan natin Arellano from the back. Doromal able to put that up. Block at the net. PL Defonso, another opportunity for Arellano.
Sayang yun.
Yes, that is a missed chance for the Lady Chiefs. Putos na yun supposedly for them.
That's true. Pero good on Ateneo's floor defense
Yes,
as well.
you can see how relentless Ateneo and Arellano are for this part of the match. This is Vanny Gandler.
Ang ganda ng habol niya doon.
Yes, bumawi this time si Adante. And of course, their team captain, that's Trina Abay. From their error earlier, Abay as the team captain setting a good example for the team, getting a point from that attack. Doromal setting this one to Faith. From the opposite off speed. Gandler from the back, and yes!
There she goes again.
Yes, that's a point for Ateneo. Look at this setup.
Look at her hang time.
Yeah, so she has been doing that since the first set and hindi yun nababantayan. Nitong defenders ng Arellano. Another opportunity for Ateneo. Faith this time. Cross-court attack, and yes, she scores. Ate Faith this time getting a point for their team.
Very easy because that was a beautiful receive as well from Gandler and a beautiful set from Kowalski.
That's correct. Let's listen in to Coach Obet Javier's timeout.
Nasa kalay ka? 4 ka. 4 sa katapat mo si ano, di ba? Okay, ganito game mo ha. Kaiputin mo ngayon. Kaiputin mo, maraming. Siguraduhin mo makukuha mo yung middle ha. Middle. Bigyan mo sa press. Huwag mo itidikit yung bola. Huwag mo rin ibababa. Lumutang ka ha. Pag kumano, running. Kailangan makuha mo yung middle ha. Ang bola mo nandito sa press. Open. Tatakbo na yung middle. Pasa muna ha. Pasa.
Coach Obet giving a play to his girls. And that last one, I believe, was focused in the middle. And Abay, the team captain and middle attacker, also is right there.
Totoo yan. And I think he was emphasizing on having defense first para makagawa sila ng mga play.
That's correct. And their plan, we'll see. Isa na lang ang lamang nila dito. And that is opening a window for Ateneo. Although we are already, this is the race to 5 for Ateneo, race to 4 for Arellano. We'll see who's tougher between these two teams. And Nature Spring is the official bottled water provider of the Shakey Super League. Good first ball, Adante. Patong, and that worked. That exactly was the play of Coach Obet in the timeout.
Ganyan talaga magagawa pag nakikinig ka sa coach mo.
Everything seemed, fluid in that last setup from the first ball to the set.
Yes. Isang instruction, gawa agad, tapos makakakuha tayo ng puntos.
That's correct. 22, serving 20. Good first ball by Doromal. Hora this time. Nandun na yung blockers, but that was just too strong.
She knows her groove.
Yes.
She knows her sweet spots. Kanina pa siya. And ang taas din ng reach niya for a small player, super effective.
That's correct. Now you can see how taller her teammates are. Minor and Nisperos. And just look at Jenna. Hindi rin siya ganun katangkad, but the timing was perfect every time.
Exactly.
Attack and another point by Arellano. Substitutions on the side of the Lady Chiefs. Batindan coming in para Lehas as well. Ang tangkad ng frontliner dito ni Coach Obet. Just trying to be on the equal side of the floor. Another timeout for Coach Oliver. Pakinggan natin.
Hindi malakas yung bola eh. Nagugulat tayo. It's because they're not in the proper position. Okay, muna lang saan sila? Saan si ano ngayon? Si Kana? Okay. So, kung westo ka mabuti siya, don't put here. Just stay here. Dito ka agad. May fake. Nasa harap ka, right? Oh, one good receive tayo, ha? Hey!
One good receive is the key to Coach Oliver's play.
Yes, and I think he also mentioned that you have to be in the proper position. You have to establish your position so you will be able to
see the movement of the ball more clearly. And I agree, 'di ba? Kapag nasa tamang posisyon ka, makakabasa ka ng bola ng maayos. Cross court, Normal able to dig that up. Jenna was dug, but too powerful.
she's so powerful for her height.
Yes, that's correct. Looking at this one, and the blockers of Arellano was not able to stop that.
You know what? I think the odds are really in her favor. She jumps high, she's very athletic, she has the power, and she's confident.
Correct. Ang taas pa ng sigo niya.
Totoo.
So yung reach niya, talagang maganda yung timing and contact sa bola. Solid.
And she's a lefty.
Correct. Good ball! Saved by Kowalski. Another one, denied at the net. No, there was a coverage on the side of Arellano pero kinulang. Let's look at this last setup.
I think that was Hora as well.
Yes, timing tandem between Hora and Minor, and this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Faith Nisperos. But a service error.
And the crucial one.
That's right. That just gave the set point for the Lady Chiefs. This is Ceballos. Set point.
A great server as well.
And Nora again. Good effort that time.
Amazing effort by the Arellano Lady Chiefs. Sayang.
And everybody was applauding. In that last sequence, of course, we have to commend the effort. Another point, but that was out.
Another crucial service error for the Ateneo Lady Eagles.
Yes, and this is an extended set for Ateneo and Arellano. Doroma with the first ball, Kowalski to Gantler, denied, but that went out.
Alam, pagka ganun yung blockers mo na nakatapat na sa'yo, it was very smart of Vanny to actually make her spike to the left.
The score, 25 all.
Tall front line for Ateneo. And the same thing for Arellano. Walang takot doon. Yung palo that time ni Tudlasan.
And kahit,
Yes.
kahit pina-check na lang yung bola, ganun lang kadali.
But there was no coverage on the side of Ateneo that time. Miscommunication as well on the substitution.
We have the Guzman coming in.
Mamaya na lang daw. Yellow card was issued to Coach Obet. And that is, I believe, for the miscommunication when it comes to the substitution. And it delays the game. Hora was just replaced by De Guzman. And this girl is doing really well for this part of the match.
Baka pinapapahinga lang. ni
Yes. Lumamig ang server ng Arellano. That's Batindan.
A very tight game we're
Yes.
having right now.
Hitting that towards the net. No, that's the 5th service error of Arellano.
Medyo madama yung mga
Yes.
service errors natin this
Sharp serve, but good reception this time. Drop. Pero nakuha yan ng Arellano. De Guzman from the back. Doug. And another drop, and that is a point for the Lady Chiefs.
Doon talaga sila nadadali sa mga drop balls, sa mga pectos.
That's correct. But you have 3 blockers in front of you. Pero pinadaan lang niya yun sa likod ng blockers. What a smart move for Arellano. Substitution clarification on the side of the Lady Chiefs.
Alam mo, pag ganito nakadikit yung game, it's really a battle of how you play, how yung diskarte mo sa loob ng court.
That's correct. No, and they have been having these issues previously. Ay, kanina pa, hindi kahit si Coach Obet nalilito na. But still, a smile on his face. We've seen it just to, send a message that everything is okay. And the setter of Arellano for the set point. Abay already in. Gander with the first ball. It's faintness, pero sending that rally.
Dito mo makikita kung sino talaga naaasahan eh.
That's correct.
Lalo na pag porsyento, Faith Nesperos and Vanny Gandler, they're gonna contribute their points.
Yes, you've said that right. Porsyento talaga ang hanap, kaya ang punta lagi ng bola ng opensa dito for Ateneo ay kay Faith.
Good serve.
And that was a dud. Nesperos again. Pero nakuha yun ng libero. Opposite, and too strong for Vanny Gandler. Tudlasan getting that point from the opposite.
That was beautiful.
Yes.
Everything was there. The power, the jump. Nakita mo nang gigil talaga siya for that point.
Minor was left alone to safeguard that net. Kaya naman open yung down the line para dito kay Tudlasan.
And another
Too much
service
power, yes, naubos sa atake. And that's the 6th error, service error of Arellano. This is the 28th point deadlock for these two teams. Hindi ko na mabilang yung deadlocks natin for this second set. And nakapit itong dalawang teams na to. Tudlasan from the back, another attack error.
crucial yun.
Yes. Coach Obed Javier calling in for the timeout. Pakinggan natin.
Harin, nandito ka. Harin, pumasa ka. Huwag mo nang umuyak. Pag mabagal ang bola, Harin, kunin mo sa kanya. May pasak eh. Ha? Ang bola, ang winger, hindi pwedeng dito ha. Patumpahin mo. Janice, pag binigyan ka ng bola, Janice, pag nagdalawa, huwag mo i-cross. Ilapas mo. Hayaan mo tumama doon sa block ha. Sasadyain niya, pag siya papalo, sasadyain yung blocker doon ha. Cover tayo, cover. Hindi pwede nakatunga ka sa likod ha.
Well, defense was the number one instruction of Coach Obed in that last timeout. Coverage, depensa, yun ang kailangan nila. Bakit? Nasa harapan mo si Faith Nespero, si AC Minor, si De Guzman. So, tall lineup, tall front line for Coach Oliver.
They have to make their defense strong today.
That's correct. Set point for Ateneo. First ball. You know, that's an error on the side of Arellano. What a way for this set to end for these two teams. It was no sweat for Ateneo in that last sequence. Ang haba ng tinakbo nitong set na to. Ang haba din ng hinabol ng Ateneo because it was the Lady Chiefs having the upper hand at the first towards the middle part of this set. We'll see more of these two teams when we right back.
and I am now here with the Shakey super fans of the game. Magpakilala muna kayo.
Hi po, I am Angelica Kaibungkin.
I'm Myrtle.
I'm Kalin.
And I think it's pretty obvious, but what team are you guys cheering for?
Ateneo!
Oh, isang cheer naman dyan.
Go Ateneo! One big fight!
So there, back to the panel.
Ikaw ba naman may ganong fans? But this Shakey Super fan of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. May fan base na agad dong si Doromal. But let's look at what happened in the second set. These two teams took the longer route. No, ang haba ng naging palitan ng rallies dito. Everybody got their own chance of spotlight. Pero what happened in this part of the match?
You know, I think Ateneo really made it a priority na kumapit sila sa game. Kasi medyo ang haba ang laki ng lamang ng Arellano Lady Chiefs
That's
natin.
correct. You know, at the early part of this second set, it was Tudlasan, of course, Abay, Adante making the wonders for Arellano. Para naman dito sa side ng Ateneo, we have Hora, the lefty, getting those points from the back and syempre sa harapan. And you have Ildefonso as well. And who else? The defense of the libero. And the younger Nisperos, Isabel, also nakita natin perform in that second set. But towards the last part, no, talagang itong Ateneo really showed maturity in that last sequence.
I think dyan mo talaga malalaman kung gaano ka kasanay maglaro. Kasi the more you play, the more confidence you have, especially in games na malaki yung lamang mo.
Absolutely. But this is the numbers of these two teams when it comes to the attacks. Pareho lang talaga. So saan nagkaiba? It was all in the defense. And this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. We are on our third set. And wala nang all to play dito. So this is basically the toughest girls that these two coaches have. De Guzman, Dino, and ang hirap tong angle na yon.
Nakasilip lang siya dun sa butas ng
Yes,
Ateneo.
ang galing ng yung adjustment niya pagdating sa approach, and the angle she took was very small, but she got that point.
And she adjusted mid-air.
Correct. This is Tudlasan. Almost a point. Gandler from the opposite. From the back, and yes, Dormal was there. Fujimoto tried saving that one, but net touch was committed. The Lady Chiefs already has 3 points to none of Ateneo. Good start for Coach Obet's girls. But that went out. Too long, and good read by Doromal. Yeah, that's the second libero.
Former service specialist in the UAAP last season.
Wow, what she was converted to a defensive specialist. Ngayon naman, Fujimoto able to dig that up. Nisperos, one hand receive. Tudlasan with an off speed. Abay was there. From the opposite, no blockers. De Guzman saw that ball. Gandler.
Another good drive.
Yes. Nagiging balakid tuloy itong ating mga A-boards right here. But that ball was still, manageable. But let's listen to Mikey for some report.
For butterflies, they call it metamorphosis, but for the Blue Eagles, they call her Vanny Gandler. You heard it right. Vanny's evolution as a player really did happen in front of our very eyes. But I asked Vanny, and she took me behind the scenes of this journey, and she told me how during the pandemic she saw it as an opportunity to catch up with the things that she knew she was lacking and really tried to break down her game to see what she needed to work on. Now Vanny is more ready than ever to show off more of her Vanguard skills in the Shakey Super League, making her a player to always watch out for. Now back to the panel.
Thank you, Mikey. Well, not because of her skills lang kaya inaabangan siya, but also one of the prettiest volleyball players we have in the Philippines as of the moment.
I agree with that.
Diba? On her first year with Ateneo, you know, she has been always on the spotlight. At nakita natin how she improved by the year. And this time, it's Pia Ildefonso redeeming, you know, themselves from 2 service errors committed. Service ace naman dito ang kinuha niya.
You know, and I think Vanny Gandler stepped up her game mentally because she's more confident now and she's actually a team leader.
That's correct. Well, high school volleyball is different from collegiate, but that's why we saw a lot of them really have progressed through the years, and you have Fitness Peros as well. Miscommunication sa offense at that time. Ildefonso getting the second ball, setting that one to De Guzman.
Ang ganda ng adjustment niya yun sa set na yun. At ang
Correct.
ganda ng pagka-execute niya ng spike.
You know, dun sa last rally na yun, nakita natin 2 teams na rattle sila, but it was Ateneo becoming more focused in that last play. And the school play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Ildefonso again, almost a point. Tudlasan from the back. De Guzman, second time around, but she was dug. Cuenca.
Too powerful.
That's one, yes. Setting that one up to Padillon. Now this is 5 points apiece. Fujimoto to Minor with a drop.
Again.
Yes, you see the connection between Fujimoto and Minor. Pero yung ganong klaseng connection, makikita mo lang pag matagal nang magkasama. And you've mentioned Fujimoto this is her first year as a setter with Ateneo.
Yes, that's true. And actually, she's super good at like distributing her sets to her spike.
Another service ace. This time from Ateneo. De Guzman. Bumawi na sila. Lamang ng dalawa dito ang girls ni Coach Oliver. Service error naman po. Point gained by Arellano.
Serving for the Lady Chiefs, Dino.
Dino also, we've seen the kind of attacks she did earlier.
Very efficient spiker.
Yes.
You know, watching De Guzman, even from the UAAP, when she was still a reserve player, she's really effective and she really contributes her points.
That's correct. Now we will head on to our first technical timeout. Ateneo 8, Arellano 6. Yes. And again, you are watching the Shakey Super League preseason championship here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. It's our third game. You can see on our screens, Gandler, of course, and Tudlasan and Coach Obed Javier of Arellano Lady Chiefs. We are already in our third set of this third game. Miss Peros at the service area. Tudlasan down the line, too wide. Puntos yan para dito sa girls in white.
Sayang din, medyo kinapos lang talaga yung spike na yun. Pero nandun na yung approach.
That's correct. Nature Spring is the official bottled water provider of the Shakey Super League. Thank you very much. Ang lutong ng tunog ng service doon ni Faith Nesperos, pero hindi pa patalo. Si Tudlasan from that strong attack from the open.
Kanina pa siya, ang lalakas ng spikes niya.
Yes.
Gigil na gigil.
And you can see from that attack. And this is the spike of the set. It's brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Gandler this time, cross court. That went straight to the net. Attack error.
Substitution for ARELLANO number 2, Tino out number 4, Janice Malupati. Now serving AC Minor.
Minor serving this time. Sharp serve. Gandler cross court, but that was dug. Saved by Arellano. Gandler again, off speed. Buhay pa ang bola. The third time, and she commits an error.
Medyo dikit yung set doon. Ang hirap mag-adjust if ganun kadikit yung
But what do
set.
you think why Fujimoto kept on going to Gandler for 3 consecutive times? You have Pia Ildefonso in front as well.
If you have 2 spikers, you really have to choose your percentage spiker. And for this pair, I think it's Vanny Gandler.
Wasted opportunity on the side of the Lady Chiefs.
Medyo dumadami na ulit ang service error natin this game.
No, yes, this is one aspect that these two teams have to avoid in getting, committing errors. First setter of Ateneo, Fujimoto. Sharp serve. That was long, but still is in for Tudlasan. Nine serving 11. Ateneo still up by 2. Good reception. Gandler from the opposite. Chance ball again for Ateneo. Nisperos hit the tape of the net and still gets a point.
Those are the lucky shots you have to watch out for. Because when the ball hits the net, you don't know where it's gonna go.
That's correct. Kumbaga nabasa mo na. Kung ikaw yung magre-receive, nabasa mo na. Pero pag tumama sa net, mag-iiba yung direksyon.
Totoo. Nakaposisyon ka na, biglang mawawala. Yun ang mahirap.
That's a good opportunity for Ateneo to get another point. Cuenca, this one. Too close to the net for Manuntag.
Medyo mahirap na rin i-adjust, lalo na paggaling sa likod. Tapos, kailangan mo pa mag-connection sa spiker.
Well, sa mga ganong klaseng set, paano ka dapat mag-a-adjust?
You really have to look at your setter.
Okay. Pero kunyari, like that, na-set na niya. So, in your, as a spiker, what kind of adjustment would you do? Diba? But if you are the setter, definitely that's another challenge on your role. Over reception, but nakita ni Ildefonso.
Power hit by Nisperos. That was amazing.
Parang inipo niya yung lakas na yon, and this is the first time that we've seen that really powerful attack by Faith Nesperos, and this spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
Alam mo yung mga ganong attack na yon, yun yung bibigay ng confidence sa teammates mo. Na kahit hindi sila yung gumagawa ng puntos, nakikita nila, nafe-feel nila na ganun kagusto manalo at saka magka-point ng Ateneo.
Yes, and from that attack point earlier, this is Nisperos at the net. Puntos naman from a block ang kinuha niya. At hindi lang yung teammates mo yung magiging confident sa'yo, pati ikaw, di ba?
Totoo.
Lalong tataas, of course, yung porsyento mo at syempre your consistency when you are playing. Dino off the block. Esperas again. Cuenca was there. But that was just too strong for Cuenca. At pupunta po tayo sa ating second technical timeout. This is Ateneo on top 16-19. We'll be right back.
Na dito. For that serve. Makulangan. Back set. Punta kay Cepada.
Then,
Ay, that's out.
pag mga ganyan na medyo dikit na yung points or humahabol kayo, alam mo dapat kung sino talaga yung go-to person mo.
And you are watching the Ateneo Lady Eagles going up against Arellano Lady Chiefs. This is the third match of the Shakey Super League, and you can see this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. From the middle, Abay seeing that spot at the backcourt of Ateneo.
I feel like that's her specialty, na she's using her height as an advantage, na sa butas niya na lang pinapadaan yung mga spike niya.
And that timeout earlier was much needed for Coach Obet and his girls. Medyo malaki ang hinahabol nila dito. Fujimoto setting that one to De Guzman. No, that went straight to Abay.
Exactly, and you really see the power.
Yes.
They're starting to attack very powerful.
Wala na silang pinapalampas dito. Right? Every setup
Pinapakita na nila.
Yes, should be converted to a point. Tudlasan, denied at the net. Dino again, second time around.
Sumasagot din si Dino. Ang ganda din ng attack niya na yun.
You can see how mature Dino is, lalo na pagdating sa ganong klaseng opensa. Few substitutions on the side of Coach Obet. Sasuman is in as well, looking for taller players in front. Service ace. That time, that is para Lejas. Well, another lefty. And of course, Nature Spring is the official bottled water provider of the Shakey Super League. From one service ace to a service error. Na hindi kailangan ng Arellano yung mga errors, lalo na this part of the match. Fujimoto takes a rest. And Kowalski is in. Dante. Good the dig right there by De Guzman. Esperos rejected at the net. Chance ball. Drop. Kowalski was there. And Esperos again hitting cross court.
And another one from her. Just keeps adding up her points. It's nice to see new faces also in the first six of Ateneo, such as Kowalski.
That's correct. Yun talaga yung strongest attack ni Faith Nisperos, cross court.
That's true.
This time, Kowalski, Gandler from the back. Cuenca not able to put that ball up.
And as usual, Ateneo, even at the back line, very effective and very easy for them.
That's right, and that is Vanny Gandler, and this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Miscommunication between Tudlasan and Gagikla. De Guzman. Service ace and giving more points for Ateneo. Lumalaki na nga
Thank you.
ang kalamangan dito ng Ateneo Lady Eagles. Denied at the net, solo block by AC Minor. Ganda rin ang basa niya in that last setup. And ARELLANO calling a timeout. Let's listen in.
Gamitin natin ng utak, hindi pwede puro ginagawa nyo na yung dapat nyo gawin. Mali eh. May blocker sa gitna, tapos ang contact mo, diretso lang sa blocker. Di ba? Single block lang yan, okay sa akin, dalawa eh. Single block eh. Ang lapat ng dalawang gilid oh.
Kaya ha! Ingay lang tayo. Sige na. Ingay tayo lahat. Sige na.
Kanino pa ba? Sa'yo lang ito lang.
That's correct, and there you see our face of the game. And this is brought to you by Shakey's. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. Siguradong ma-enjoy nila ang games at lalo na ang pizza ng Shakey's, definitely. So we invite everyone. There still have one more game for today, and it's FEU going up against De La Salle University. At this time, it's Ateneo and ARELLANO. Adjustment by Nisperos. Gandler off speed.
Very effective.
You know, alam naman ni Tudlasan na off speed yung attack na basa niya. But then that receive just went out. Hindi niya na-control.
Totoo. Feeling ko yun na yun ang sinasabi ni Coach Obet kanina na kailangan nila gumalaw. Medyo na-stuck sila sa loob ng court.
And that's because probably they don't want to commit another mistake. But that's very difficult. Nandun na yung reception ni Maralejas, pero hindi nakayanan dahil sobrang lakas ng atake dito ni Vanny Gandler. You know, there's been a lot of attackers on the side of Ateneo, and this girl is one, De Guzman. Pero sa Smuan, able to put the ball across. Speros what's blocked at the net.
Good save
Yes,
from Kiara Cruz.
opportunity for ARELLANO. And that was check ball. Puntos yan. Para dito sa Lady Chiefs.
Yan yung mga kailangan ng ARELLANO, yung mga lucky breaks at saka yung mga pectos. Because it's hard to compete with the height. They have to be smart with their attack.
Yes, but they'll be needing more of that. You know, as they are down here big, it's 13 serving 24. Solo block.
What a solid block!
That is Batindaan. Ang ganda ng basa doon ni Batindaan.
Yes, and you know, ARELLANO is known to always have tall middle blockers, and it shows to be very effective.
That's correct. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Regalo, pero nakita yon ni De Guzman. Good effort on the side of the Lady Eagles.
We see na hindi talaga bumibitaw yung ARELLANO ngayon.
2 consecutive points ang nagawa dito ng ARELLANO. Gandler with a good first ball. Block at the net again. At nakita yon. Ang ganda ng abot doon ni Patindaan.
That's where you see height is really the advantage for this girl.
Mas lalo ata silang ginanahan ngayon at they're, down here, big. At unti-unti na silang humahabol. 16 serving 24. Kowalski to Gandler. Miss hit from the back.
Medyo mali yung pagkatama ni Vanny Gantler
Yes.
doon.
Again, the Lady Eagles only need one, but it's the Lady Chiefs who keeps on gaining more points from their effort and from Ateneo's error. Still, block at the net by Batindaan. And this time, it was Faithless Peros not only ending the set, but also, getting their first win for this tournament. You can see all the efforts from the team of Coach Oliver. You have AC Minor doing great in the middle, and of course Kowalski, the second setter, and definitely that's Faithless Peros, just gaining more confidence and points from their team. For Arellano University, of course, it's also a collective effort. You have Batindaan, also you have Dino as well, and Adante. But we'll talk more about them when we come back.
Super League, and now I am here with the MVP of the match, Faith Nisperos. Faith, this is your first game as a team captain of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. How special is it for you to win this game?
Well, syempre, it's first official game namin ulit, and whatever yung mga nagawa namin today, that's where we'll pick up. Yun naman yung mindset namin. Whatever we do today, we'll pick up from that, all the learnings. Yun.
Now, what do you think really worked for you and the Blue Eagles that made you win this match?
What really worked for us is, of course, the system. We stuck to the system, and of course, yung character of the team, yung aggressiveness of the attackers, to the setter, to the defenders. That's what really worked for us today.
Now, Faith, is there anyone that you'd like to greet?
Well, of course, yung parents ko, we have Faith, all the supporters of the Ateneo de Manila University. Thank you po sa inyo lahat, and I hope na you continue to support us for our next games.
At dahil ikaw ang Shakey Super League MVP of the match, you have a pizza from Shakey's. Pa-pizza ka naman, Faith!
Thank you.
Congratulations, and back to you, Sheila, and your cheat.
Well, thank you, Mikey, and of course to our MVP of the match. That is Faith Nisperos of the Ateneo Lady Eagles, and this MVP of the match is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now. Let's take a look at what happened in our in our 3 sets earlier. You know, first set, Ateneo taking the lead, showing the dominance. You know, you have, of course, Nisperos Minor, led by their playmaker, the setter Fujimoto.
Yes, and then for the second set, medyo dumikit tayo, no? Medyo ang dami din ng errors and
That's
ang dami
correct.
ng service aces. So medyo nagpapalitan sila ng court. Pero nakita mo that in the second set, kumapit talaga ang Ateneo, that they were giving sure plays so that they can stay.
That's correct.
On
In the
top of the
game,
game,
yes.
yes.
Of course, on the side of the Lady Chiefs, we have Dino, their team captain, the setter Andante as well, Cuenca Dalibero, and of course, efforts din. Galing sa kanilang second six, we have Sasuman, as well Ceballos, Batindaan also, who displayed effort naman para sa depensa. But still, Hora making a name for herself on the second set, from the back to the front at sa service area. Diba, lahat na nandito sa ating player na to. Very promising siya for Coach Oliver. It was actually on the third set where we saw the full prowess, of these two teams. Pero it was Ateneo Lady Eagles who displayed dominance on the last set. And but all hands on deck for Coach Obet Javier as well. It was a collective effort from both of our squads, but it was the Lady Eagles who exerted more effort, actually soaring high, ending this only in 3 sets.
Yes, exactly. And in the third set, you can see how aggressive Ateneo was. As Faith said, like, kung ano talaga yung pinakita nila sa third set is yung mga palo nila na sobrang diin, na binigay talaga nila yung lahat. And that gave the confidence to all of the players to be able to finish the set.
That's correct. And you just saw, you know, our first game sa group of death ng Pool C. And bakit? Because you saw Arellano already went up against Ateneo, also one tough team to beat. And the dalawa pa ang hindi natin nakikita from their pool. That is National University, of course, and Jose Rizal University. But still, it was a tough match that we saw. It was short, pero I believe lahat ng ating viewers dito nag-enjoy. Diba? Lalo na if you have Shakeys with you watching the games live. That's why I invite everyone. We still have one more match for today on a Saturday, and that's going to be another exciting game for Pool D. De La Salle University on their first game, getting a win against Far Eastern University, 2 UAAP teams. As we saw our match summaries numbers, it was total dominance on the side of Ateneo when it comes to score. Attacks, it was Ateneo as well. Blocks and aces. Pagdating sa opponent errors, it's tied at 23.
Medyo madami.
Yeah, so on this end, it was actually Arellano needing more help on their defense to get that point. Up next, our fourth and last match for the day. Two UAAP teams. This is for Eastern University Lady Tamaraws and the De La Salle University Lady Spikers. Another exciting match, kaya naman huwag kayong aalis. This has been Sheila Salaysay, of course, together with Richie Cordero and Mikey Abueg. We will see you in the fourth game of the Shakey Super League Collegiate Preseason Tournament.